Hello, Yu-Gi-Oh! And TCG fans, to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Testing where today we are not checking out any form of Snake Eyes, whether that be Fire King or pure Snake Eyes. Today we are looking at a deck that I think has garnered a lot of popularity, especially in this Tier 0 Fire age. Let's check out the deck. Today we are looking at Stun. I will leave a link down in the description below where I got this Stun deck, but this deck has now been circulating in the format thanks to the Tier 0 era of Fire, whether, of course, that is you're playing pure Snake Eyes or if you're playing the Fire King Snake Eyes. So, Stun is nothing new. The whole aspect of Stun is that we build it so that we can counteract the meta so that you don't have to play the meta. And I have seen more and more people really getting into Stun to counteract the problem of Snake Eyes, whether that be Snake Eyes Pure or Fire King Snake Eyes. And there's different ways to build it. I did see there is like a runic Stun variant out once again, so I'll probably check that out. But we're checking out this version of Stun, which I think is the more popular version of Stun. So anyways, first up we have 3 Falso Dyna, 3 Jowgen, 2 of the Barrier Statue of Torrid, because, you know, fire decks don't like water. Water puts out the fire. 2 Ecclesia, 3 Shifter, 2 Nadir Servant, 2 Necro Valley, because Snake Eye likes to do everything in the graveyard. Necro Valley means that nothing can happen in the graveyard. 3 Decisive Battle of Golconda. This is a very interesting card, because this card becomes Great Sand Sea Golconda while on the field or in the graveyard. Once per turn, if a card you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you could send one fusion monster that basically from your extra deck that mentions Fallen Alabaz from your extra deck to graveyard. Instead, during the end phase, if you have a Fallen Alabaz on your field or in your graveyard, you can special summon one. Doesn't care about the Spriggan. What this does is that we would summon Falso Dyna, have out Decisive Battle of Golconda, so that way then Falso Dyna, in essence, your opponent cannot special summon monsters while Falso Dyna is up, and this just protects Falso Dyna by sending, well, we got plenty of targets that mention Fallen Alabaz. So, we just send those to the graveyard, protect our Falso Dyna, and our opponent gets to sit there and look pretty. We have 2 Moon Mirror Shields because this is like the most interesting card. If you don't know, when your opponent attacks a card with Moon Mirror Shield, you claim your opponent's attack and then add an extra 100 to it. So you're always winning by 100 points of damage. So it's pretty neat. We have 2 Time Tearing Morganite. We do actually get to have that ability to actually conduct an extra normal summon since we do have more cards. Typically, you don't get that extra normal summon or conduct that extra normal summon if you're in the Runic version of Stun that uses this just to draw that extra card. So Runic has more cards in their hand and facilitate more stuff, but still, very good. We have 1 card Demise because it's still very good. Double Duality because typically we're only normal summoning. We never really special. And then we have 2 Pot of Prosperity. We're only running 2 Pot here. From the profile I watched, you kind of really do need your extra deck. You kind of do not want to be losing it. So, we're only running 2 of it. We got the 3 Judgment, 3 Punishment to get off the Ecclesia, double Storming Mirror Force because who plays into Mirror Force in the current age of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then triple Evenly. For the extra, we got a lot of punishment targets of triple Nintes, 1 Fossil Warrior Skull Knight, double Garuda, which is just our sins off of our Tri-Brigade, triple Titankind for the Golconda, triple Mirror Jade for the Golconda. We got 1 Cloud Beast for Ultimate Slayer, 1 Omega for Ultimate Slayer, and then just a Tri-Brigade, our big ol' honkin' Tri-Brigade for, of course, a punishment target, as well as sending Garuda to get the draw. For the side, more Stun, we like the Inspector Border. We got the 2 Pankatops, 2 Kai Gamma Seal, 2 Regeki, 2 Ultimate Slayer. Basically, if you've never seen this card, your opponent cannot activate cards in effects in response to this. So basically, they just get to watch you play a Yu-Gi-Oh card for free. And then send 1 monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, target what monster your opponent controls with the same type, whether it be Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, Pendulum, or Link, and shuffle it into their deck. So in essence, if they have if we know they're going to Synchro strategies, we then put Ultimate Slayer in and send our targets, not mentioning, again, it's just like punishment. Punishment's just a little better because we just get to destroy stuff off the board, but this does shuffle. 2 thrust, and then triple Imperial Iron Wall to deal with anything that likes to banish. And I think Snake Eyes do banish. I haven't played enough Snake Eyes in my life, so we got triple Imperial Iron Wall. So that is the deck. Let's take it to the ladder and see how well we do. Alright, so here we go. So we are a stun variant, and I would like to go first so we can set up Balsadina and then Goganda. So let's go take a big rock, and nope. Our opponent has chosen the paper. Immediately, we're just gonna fire that. And, yes! Yes! The best hand trap in Yu-Gi-Oh! My gosh. I know there's so many people that are gonna demand that this get banned. So we're gonna play, it looks like Crystal Beasts. Okay, well, they definitely do not want to be going into their own graveyard. So basically now 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN. Right, so 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN is basically just Balsadina, and then we can just protect 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN with, like, Decisive Battle Goganda. So let's see. Can I send anything to the graveyard? I'm still under, You know what? It doesn't matter. We're just gonna summon 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN, man! 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN's here, everybody. Look at him! Look at him. Now no one can special summon anything, and then we're gonna make it even worse. Here's some Decisive Battle Goganda. And now we're going to go to battle phase. I'm going to do the most amazing thing you've ever seen, folks. Chip damage. Hit him for that whole 200 damage. Woo, look at me go. Alright, well anyways, we're going to go to the end phase. Nothing else to do. I'd rather wait to get like Titankin or Mirror Jade into the graveyard, personally. I mean, this does send like the deer... This does send, like, Nintests and stuff like that, but personally, I want to wait for all of those to get into the graveyard. Yes, fear my almighty 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN. Alright, well, at least we get to start drawing 2 cards. Let's break the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because apparently, you know, Konami just says, here's a bunch of cards that break the literal game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Did you know that? Did you know that? We have a bunch of cards here that break the literal game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Plus, what's interesting, the fact that Imperm can't even harm this because he'd have to destroy his own card to allow Imperm to trigger. So let's do this. What do I want to send? Nintests? Do we send the Garua and get a draw here? We could send the Skull Knight and banish it to pop a card. I don't think he pops a... Yeah, it's a target of monster. Let's send the Nintests here. We'll get Ecclesia. We can't special summon this Ecclesia, mind you. We're gonna use it. Let's just pop this. I'm not gonna pop his center row because I don't want... If he does get an Imperm, I don't want it set in my 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN column. Sure, that's not gonna help you. Here's another 𝐵𝐺𝐿GEN! Let me say, I haven't, like... I think you can normal summon Ecclesia. She gets her effect off. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, we'll grab a punishment because, you know, we need a punishment, clearly. Okay, I'm gonna go to battle phase. I punched for the greatest amount of damage in the world. So he did have an Imperm call. He did have an Imperm set. So, again, folks, Imperms can shut off spell and trap cards in the columns. So just be cautious if you've ever been playing. If you know this is cards face up and not an Imperm, put something into that column because then they have to remove their own card to place an Imperm to stop this effect. Main phase 2. Imperm's effect basically goes out this turn, so I'm going to set the punishment because there's not really anything to use it for right now. I mean, I literally don't know how he's going to get through 2 𝐵𝐿GEN when Decisive Battle stops it, and not mentioning I have punishment to punish his board state. Yes. I'm not sure how you're getting that out, because I'm pretty sure you have to special summon it. Okay. Well, the problem is now he has to set the Imperm. And unless he can start suddenly special summoning on my turn. Now, yes, it does suck the punishments there, and the problem is even then, I have 2 𝐔𝐷𝐿. I don't know how he's going to get past 2 𝐔𝐷𝐿. Really. So he spent the card back to set it back. I think he just wanted the punishment out of my hand, out of the field. Because, I mean, I still don't know how he's getting past the fact that there's 2 𝐔𝐷𝐿. Both 𝐔𝐷𝐿 are always playing on top of each other where you can't special summon anything. I don't even know what he just did. Okay, well, you've already activated the Crystal Bond, so you can only activate 1 per turn. It's a hard spell effect. So I still don't know what exactly we're doing, but hey, you do you, sir. You do you. I have no idea what he's doing, but he does him. I mean, I literally don't know how you get out of this lock, personally. The fact of the matter is, once per, it's once per turn battle, I just basically need to send something and negate the battle. So you can only normal summon 1 monster a turn. That's what I thought. Alright, well, they surrendered. Game 1. So game 2. Let's see. So he's going to go first here. Going to go first. I know they have a fusion monster, so maybe getting into like Ultimate Slayer is not bad. I don't think they banish anything or interact much with their graveyard. I think they do. I haven't played enough Crystal Beasts to like get an idea of what they do. I know they don't banish a lot, so there's not really a point of doing this. I do know they can build quite the interesting board presence. The evenly match would be nice, especially if he goes first. Let's see. I don't want Inspector Border. Henkatop's Pride would be pretty nice, as well as the Gamma Seal, because I do know they go to some big honking Crystal Beast monsters that are, well, unaffected by a lot of things. So let's do this. I would kind of like the Barrier Statue, because I do know they don't have... I don't even know if they even have, like, a good water-based gem. So I'm going to take out the Necro Valleys for Gamma Seals. And I kind of... I don't know if we want the Storming, because I don't know if I want to give him back all his attack position monsters. Actually, no, because I don't think I want to give him all his Crystal Beasts back. So I think we'll do that. I don't know if it's the right play here, but it's a play. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Moon Mirror, sure. Well, at least we get card demise, because we'll be doing a lot of things, because the 𝐂𝐍𝐶 will get us another punishment, 2 punishments. And then basically we just equip 𝐂𝐍𝐶 with Moon Mirror Shield, so unless he can return Moon Mirror Shield, and we have Golgonda to stop the battles on the 𝐂𝐍𝐶. And like I said, we'll have 2 punishments. Punishment has never been a hard... Oh, no, punishment is a hard once per turn, but... I mean, for 1 turn we can punish, and then next turn we can punish. Sorry, I'm just reading the card. Basically, gets to put 2 Crystal Beasts in his Battle Trap card zone face up with different names, and if you do equip them with this card, and of course then he gets to. Oh, he does banish. Who knew? I think it's the Cobalt Eagle. Target 1 Crystal Beast card you control. Place the target on top of your deck. If the card is destroyed, the main... Alright, well, Mammoth just appeared. How the heck did that appear? Well, at least the one thing we know is that we just go normal summon 𝐂𝐍𝐶, tap Moon Mirror Shield. Moon Mirror Shield gives me plus 100 more over you. So we... If you've never seen it, this is like the craziest stun card ever printed. Basically... The equipped monster's attack defense become equal to the attack defense of your opponent's monster. So whatever it gets attacked, whether your opponent attacking you or you attacking your opponent, and then just add 100. So you're always doing 100 damage and knocking out any card, as long as the card can be destroyed by battle. So it's really, really neat of a card to play. So he's got 3 Crystal Beasts out. The Tortoise is in the back row. He's got the Amethyst Cat. He pulled the one Rainbow Dragon. It's Babooska, man! Babooska! It's Babooska! Well, that does affect him as well. It is reciprocal. Yeah, we will trigger Dimensional Shifter just to send anything else to his Banish Zone. Now, 𝐂𝐍𝐶 does get to special summon herself because he does actually own a special summon monster, which is hilarious. So I do get... Oh, right, no. Babooska didn't just negate. So it doesn't really matter here. Because honestly, it's not going to matter. We activate the Golgonda to protect the 𝐂𝐍𝐶. We equip a 𝐂𝐍𝐶 with a Moonmare Shield. Then we set a punishment. And then you know what, folks? Let's draw 3 more cards. Now, yes, we will have a chance to lose one of them because of the way Card of Demise works, and we won't... Unless we get, like, Time Tearing, and then we trigger Time Tearing, and Time Tearing comes onto the board. I don't get to use this? Oh, I can't special summon the turn to activate this card, right. Forgot. Cannot special summon. So I should have just normal summoned the 𝐂𝐍𝐶. Oops. It's been a long time since I played Card Demise. This is, of course, limited now. I totally forgot. It's one of those cards that, like, has a super restriction on it where you can't do something that, and the card will respond on activation. Reveal 1 Ultimate Crystal monster in your hand and activate one of your effects. You can take a Bridge or a Rainbow. Yeah, okay. You get a card. Congratulations. I still don't see how you're getting through a Moonmare Shield, but hey, you do you, sir. I'm not going to trigger. I don't think there's really a reason to trigger punishment, because I think I have to send to the graveyard. Well, that does suck, because I do lose my Moonmare Shield. Yeah, I did put the Moonmare Shield in a column. Now, I can, of course, go... I will be able to use the effect of punishment one of his guys off the board. Yeah, sure. Oops, I forgot, sir. Did you activate an imperm there? Yeah, that is the one problem you have to remember. Imperm is reciprocal. The whole column is turned off. It's hilarious, but the whole column is literally turned off. Okay, so let's do this. Activate punishment, targeting this. Nintes does have more power than it. Activate Nintes. We go for the Pegasus. Knock it out. Then what we do is we normal summon Falsodina. We go Card Demise. We draw 3 more. Time Tearing, which we needed. Then we normal summon Jowgen. And I'm just going to set that because I don't need it right now. We turn this to attack. Battle phase. Poke for 200. I literally don't see how our opponent's winning this. Oh, right. I don't deal any damage. Right. Card Demise. Okay. Well, we'll just pass. I don't need another 𝐂𝐍𝐶 right now, and there's no reason to send any one of my stuff right now. Like, no reason to send Tri-Brigade or anything. So I basically have 2 guys up that negate special summoning, where your opponent can't special summon, and then 𝐂𝐍𝐶 is always buffing herself. It's always going to beat over anything at least 100 points higher. So, and I can negate 1 whole battle, which all you get is a normal summon per turn. And next turn I draw 2 cards of my Time Tearing. Again, if I get Shifter, it doesn't matter. Shifter's kind of dead right now at this point. I have too many cards in my graveyard and I don't have any way to like manipulate it. It is kind of funny though, he did forget this. I think a lot of people forget that imperm is reciprocal to the column. It just shuts off the entire column. Some people think, well, okay, well, I activated imperm here, shuts off my opponent's column. No, it shuts off the entire column. That's the thing about imperm. You have to remember that and be very careful where you put your cards, because if you put in the imperm column, it automatically just goes away. Yeah, sure, sir. You still got 𝐵𝐷𝐿 to deal with. Oh, wait, you going to try to hit over 𝐵𝐷𝐿 while I have my Decisive Battle 𝐂𝐍𝐿 up? I don't know how you're going to do it, but yeah, sure. I'll just send the Titan Kid and end the battle. I think you can only do the spin back once, so I mean... Sure. Please do swing at the 𝐵𝐷𝐿. Decisive Battle 𝐂𝐍𝐿. I will take the damage. I'll send the Titankin. My 𝐵𝐷𝐿 does not die. And Titankin can trigger here in the grave, of course. Which means I get to special summon Dogmatica card at the end of this turn. I'll summon on 𝐂𝐍𝐿 and get my hands nicely on a good old version of... So I got my second 𝐂𝐍𝐿. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Well, the Steeply match ain't gonna do anything anytime soon, that's for sure. Normal summon. This Nadir Servant is now completely just dead. Activate the effect of 𝐂𝐍𝐿, add a punishment. Sir, can you please tell me how exactly you're going to get out of this one? Battle phase. We will send the 𝐂𝐍𝐿 attached with the Moonmare's Shield. We add our powers together. I'm always 100 higher. This will now clog his entire back row. He's only got a card that can trigger here. Guess he can spin. Yeah. So he did stop me there. But I'll just set punishment when he goes to activate it. Oh wait, no, I can't punish it. Forgot. Remembered, I actually cannot punish. Main phase 2, because he needs a monster up on the board first. Now again, even if he summons the Ultimate Crystal Beast, I just go 𝐂𝐍𝐿 on it. I still have my 2 Gamma Seals left in my deck. So I mean, I just draw it and get my hands on one. Second he summons a monster, I just punish it. He should know I have the punishment set, so. The thing is, I can even just like set a Fossil Dyna, because if this card is flipped face up, we destroy all special summon monsters on the board. So I mean, I just set a Fossil Dyna, and my opponent literally just gets to watch as my Fossil Dyna sits there. And I'm not sure how he outs the 𝐂𝐍𝐿. Right now, he still can't special summon. He has to out Fossil Dyna. I'm pretty sure this spins. Yeah, so if a Crystal Beast card is placed in your spell's trap zone, except during the damage step, even during the damage step, you could target one of your opponent controls and return to their hands. So he needs to get a Crystal Beast into his back row. He needs to get a Crystal Beast into his back row to activate Rainbow Bridge of Heart. Yeah. Sure. He's using the take a Rainbow Bridge card or Rainbow Reflection from your deck and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. Again, he's clogged his back row pretty heavily. I mean, he literally only has one open spot. I'm still not sure how he's outing this. Even if he outs the entirety of the board, I just go evenly match next turn and he's going to have to discard almost the entire thing. And he's still locked out of being able to special summon anything due to the Fossil Dyna. Haha! Yes! A set. Now the problem is punishment can't actually punish that because it's a set. Punishment needs the monster to be face up. Well, there's a Pankratops. which is kind of funny. I could just get rid of 𝐓𝐾𝐈𝐒 and summon Pank, but I don't think that's worth it. Normal summon. Normal summon. I don't think you're special summoning for God knows how long. Okay, let's hit with this 𝐂𝐍𝐒 first. Okay. I just took 300 points of damage on my body. Ow. I'm not punishing. Do I punish so I can destroy that? No, I'm not punishing an Ash Blossom when Moonmare Shield buffs me by 100. 200. It wasn't a Crystal Beast, so it doesn't trigger the bridge card. I really don't know how my opponent's, winning at this point. I literally have a punishment set. There are now 3 literal cards on the board that literally negate special summons. Mirrorjoy. Congratulations. Now, it's burned, so I can't use Golgonda again. But I did protect my entire board. That was a very annoying card there to trigger, of course. But the problem is, he only gets, this only adds 1 Crystal Beast. Deck to your hand and place 1 Crystal Beast. So he places a Crystal Beast, he bounces once. I have 3 special summon negates on the board. You're going to have to get a whole lot of Crystal Beasts into your back row. And then because of the fact that the second you summon something while that's up on the board, I punish it with an N-Test and I blow that thing out of the water. Because the N-Test blows up any card on the board. I mean, he literally has to target the guys that are blocking him for special summoning. He needs to special summon. This deck, he sent Golgonda. The one card that already triggered and resolved, and can't do it again, because it's a once per turn. Yeah, it's once per turn if a card is sent to the graveyard. If a card you control would be destroyed by battle. I'm not going to punish here. I want him to reset that spell. Then I'm going to punish it. Because Nintest punishes over that. That's his 1 normal summon for the turn. I nuke it off the board presence. I still don't see how he's outing this. I literally have the 𝐂𝐍𝐒 that outs everything on his board. When he goes to battle, I'll do it. Just stop the battle altogether. Target this. Send an Nintest. You got a way to protect, son? Trigger Nintest. Pop the dragon. This is game right here, these 2 𝐂𝐍𝐒. So, unless you got something fancy back there, son. That's what I thought. Of course I win. I'm the stun player. Stun will be stun. It's very much a gross deck. Even though we didn't play Snake Eyes with this deck, it just proves the power of, when you have, up a Fossil Dynamo, when you have a Jowgen, when you have, the Golgonda card up, when you have an 𝐂𝐍𝐒 that can out basically everything on the board, when you can punish, when you can protect. Stun is stun, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. I know there aren't people who like this form of interaction, oh my gosh, it's stun. He's going to take forever to do everything. It's going to be a boring match, but in all honesty, people swap to these strategies when we get tier 0 formats. Look, stun will always be in Yu-Gi-Oh's formats. I just think it's more prevalent at this moment in time because of the fact of Snake Eyes and Fire King Snake Eyes ruling over the entirety of the format. So, probably once those, decks get, hit with ban list restrictions, some bans, some limits that basically neuter the decks, then I think we'll probably see stun go back down a little bit, maybe just to be those runic stun decks that just pop up here and there that are annoying to deal with. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It kind of is my play style. I'm kind of that person that likes to play stun, who likes to use these styles of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! But I want you to let me know down in the comments your thoughts on the stun deck. What you like about it? What kind of stun deck are you playing? Are you playing stun? What do you think of the gameplay? Let me know all of that down in the comments, and while you're commenting, do make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you can notify my videos go live for you, and we'll see you next time on Mom Dragons TCG.